Hi everyone. I did think of doing a vlog and then I thought I'm probably going to start this and not be able to finish it because of what's going on. I'm about to go in the shop. I'm tired. Who knows when I last had a good night's sleep, because I keep having nightmares and I keep waking up and like trying to stay awake so when I go back to sleep that I don't fall back into the dream. Nightmare, bad dream. But then I do, and sometimes it goes straight back into what it was, or it's something else. So I'm just stressed out all the time, and luckily it's not every night, but it's getting more and more frequent. I don't want to think about it. It's just too much. So I'm gonna go in the shop. It briefly rained a minute or two ago, and I keep thinking, like, should I take my waterproof jacket? Not that I've got it with me. No, I wasn't thinking about taking my waterproof jacket because I don't have that with me. I'm hoping that I've got like it's not even a raincoat, but it looks like one, and it's showerproof, not rainproof, because trust me, I've been in the rain in it and I've got wet. Not like immediately, but it does go through and then I get wet. So when I do wear it, I wear my waterproof jacket underneath because it's really thin and small, and then I put that over the top, because even my waterproof jacket does at some point let the water in. So between the two of them on, I stay drier. But when it's humid, I don't like wearing either, because even the thin lightweight one, I sweat in, because I had it on yesterday and I was like, oh god, I've got to put it on because it started raining. Because I went out with straight hair yesterday, because I'd washed it the night before, straightened it, not super straight, and when I came back, because I had to I've actually quickly straightened it this morning, but it looks like it's not been washed for ages, and like it's like I'm on day 2 hair. But yeah, it rained and I had to put it on, and I was sweating in it because it's humid. So to be able to come out in my car, my dad has to leave his car outside, then he can't use it and he needs it. And I've had my breakfast, but I now suddenly feel hungry. Anyway, I can't sit here because I need to get in there. I need to do the shopping. I need to get to the next shop. I need to go and pick my dad up. I need to go home. I need to swap cars. I need to put the shopping away that's chilled or frozen. Then I need to get changed. Then I need to get on a dog walk. And then I need to meet my dad so he can take me back to the street because I'm not safe going back. Then I'm going to put the shopping out that isn't chilled, fill my food hole, put it away, oh, is it started to rain again? Film the food that's in the fridge and freezer. Like I'd have to, is it raining? It's throwing rain out the sky. But on the app, it's saying nothing. This is annoying. I could have been in the shop, but I've sat here for 6 minutes and 27 seconds. But saying that, I could have edited this and you could be looking at the thing saying it's only 4 minutes. But currently, it's 6 minutes 38 seconds, so... But I doubt that will be the case, because I probably will edit something out. Because there was a moment that you won't see where I did go quiet, because I felt upset about what I was thinking about, the dream that I had. My car needs washing, but I can't be outside, and I've got no car wash stuff. And I need something that's tougher than my sponge, because there's some areas that the sponge isn't getting stuff off. I could go and wash it at the car wash. but that means having to like take my car off the street. God, it's cold. I'm gonna go put my drink in the boot. My car needs cleaning out. I need to vac it. I need to like give it a dust down and stuff. I'm not the biggest fan of walking on dog walks. I didn't mean to say walking. I mean, if I'm on a walk, I'm going to have to really walk. I meant talking. Because I'd rather just get on with what I'm getting on with and walk the dog. Oi. But I just remembered I did start a vlog this morning. And I've not really said anything since. If you can hear people, they're not with me. I think they're walking down this way for another direction. If they are, I'm going to stop talking. But I think we're about 30 minutes into this walk. And it's going to be about an hour and 40-ish. Now, it would be longer, but I am meeting my dad somewhere and getting a lift home for my own safety. So, if I weren't meeting him, it would probably be another 25 minutes on top, maybe 20 to 30. And if she keeps sniffing, we're not going to be able to do the route that I've got planned. Because last week, I think it was exactly the same day, I did this route, and it wasn't planned, and she took me somewhere, and I didn't think I would make it to this particular point. And then I didn't want to, well, I actually didn't want to come back the way we came because it's very difficult. Like lots of rocky paths and loads of like things that you could trip over. And because she constantly drags, it's never easy. So she decided we were going to go a different way home. Or back to the start. Which takes you further away to get back to where you've come from. Which, as you can imagine, it takes longer. Now, hold on. I'd already arranged to meet my dad. So, because I'd gone away from the route I was on to get back to where I started, it meant it was going to take me longer to get back. Every time she gets in the water, I try and film her. Every time I flip the camera back round and press record again, she's getting out, which is unlike her. Normally she stays in. So I basically had to walk extremely fast, and then she wanted to sniff everything, and it made it so difficult because I'm trying to get her moving as quickly as possible, and she's just basically taking much longer. And I'm looking at the time and I'm thinking, oh my god, I've got this massive amount of distance to cover, and she wants to sniff stick things. And in fact, another reason we didn't turn around and come back on ourselves, as well as the difficulty, was because she got spooked. I was stood talking to my dad on the phone, making arrangements to what time we were going to meet for definite, and were, and she got spooked all of a sudden, and she's trying to pull away really quickly, And I've got my phone in my hand talking to my dad, and she's yanking my other hand. And she's just pulling so unbelievably hard. I've got 2 hands on the lead, and I'm leaning so far back and practically at a 45-degree angle. And this went on for a good 20 minutes, maybe longer. And at first, the first bit was flat, and then we start going uphill. And like, it was hotter than today. Today's got a nice breeze to it, and I'm in jeans, although I'd prefer to wear leggings because it's humid, but it's quite breezy. But it was a lot hotter, and she's yanking me. Like, you wouldn't believe how like strong this husky is. You're stuck now, aren't you? Can't get past that. And I'm literally pulling back as hard as I can, and I'm like, oh my god, you're knacking me out, what's gotten into you? So I don't know what spooked her. There wasn't like any loud bangs or any of the things that would typically spook her, and she made it really impossible for at least the first 20 minutes. I don't know where I got up to. I've not filmed for at least 40 minutes. But basically, she made my walk very difficult last week, and she's making it difficult right now, actually. So I thought we was going to do what we did last week. But as we're getting closer to where we got last week, where she decided we weren't doubling back, I think we're like 10-15 minutes from there. I looked at the time and I thought, it's going to take us 10-15 minutes to get there. It's going to be an absolute mad panic trying to get to where I need to be on time. I don't know if I want to put myself under that pressure whilst I'm not feeling great. I've not had enough to drink today by far, and it's really affecting me. I'm also barely slept all week. I just feel like in fear of my own life, and it's taking a toll on me because I'm having these horrific nightmares. So I'm drained. So as we're getting close, because she basically did this massive detour as well, which still takes us where we're going, but she suddenly got spooked after we passed about 5 dogs. I don't know what spooked her yet again, and she's dragging me and dragging me and dragging me and dragging me, and then she slowly calms down a little bit. And then we got to somewhere, and if we went left we would have carried on to the where we needed to go. She started to go right, and I'm like, is that the way you want to go? And then she turned around, double backed, and pulled me back to where we'd just come from. And then pulled me back that way, and then we got to somewhere where earlier she tried to get me up, going up really high up, and because I've never been that way, and because I thought in my head we was doing a totally different route, I just let her take me. And I'm like, we're not going too far, I don't know where we're going. You might be able to hear. So we're going up and up and up, and it's like really steep, and I've got nothing in me. Like, I've got something in me to keep going, but I am tired, and I know it's because I've had nowhere near the amount I should have had to drink. But Fridays I never do, but I feel like I normally have a bit more than what I've had to this point. And then we get to, there's like 40 steps in front of me, like, do you know when they're wooden steps and they've got like whatever in between them? And I'm looking at them and I'm thinking, if you don't pull me up there, there's no way I'm going to get up. And she did, she dragged me really hard. Thank God. They weren't massive, you know, they weren't thick steps. And as we're getting near the top, because I did start counting them and I got to 38. And it was steep as well, but like I said, they weren't giant steps. They're like little ones, probably makes it pretty easier. And I can see from the right there's 2 people and a dog coming on the lead. So I'm like, well, we're going left then. And they followed us, but they kept quite back, so she didn't realise. But we're going higher and higher and higher, further away from the direction that we've come in. And I'm thinking, oh my God, where we're going to end up? And we're going to have to double back. And we're just going higher. Oh. And if she weren't pulling me, because she was still pulling me, not like super, super hard, but harder than normal. If she weren't pulling, is that a person? No, it was the sun reflecting on something. But if she weren't pulling me that hard, I would have given up. But also, it was pulling me so hard, I was out of breath constantly because I was going uphill. And I just wanted like 10 seconds to stop, and there was no chance of it. And we're getting higher and higher and higher and higher. And I'm like, oh my God. And we're definitely going away from where we're going now, because now we're heading back to meet my dad. But I think I'm going to ring him because we're ahead of time, and I think I'm going to go walk further away to meet him. Because I don't want to wait around for him, I want to keep walking. Because I'm tired and I just don't want to stand and wait. But anyway, I mean, he's not meeting me anywhere near here. So, we're still going higher and higher and higher. And I'm like, what the actual F? Because I need to be somewhere by a certain time. And we're literally going further away. Because I can tell we're going further away. Because, you know, some people don't have any sense of direction and they wouldn't realise. And they just think, oh, well, I'll end up where I started. I do have a good sense of direction. And then we get to this point where we can either go right or left, and left is going down and right's going up. And as we were walking towards it, I could see on the right, it looked like, do you know where you can see sunlight and it's no longer trees? Like, every now and then I can see a glimpse of sunlight rather than trees. And I'm thinking, what's over there? Like, what's up that way? Do I leave all this tree area and does it take me somewhere that I would know? Or what? And I was seriously considering that way more so than going to the left. And then we get to where you have to make a choice, and she starts sniffing something, and I know the two people that are walking the dog are closing in on us. So I decide to go left, but as I'm making that decision, she goes left anyway. Then we start to go down quite steeply, but like I said, we'd gone up quite high, and we're going down and down and down.